the experience of living.
The desert, loneliness and growth. It is a place of loneliness and deprivation where you cannot live for a long time. It is a place of passage. If we go through emotional, family, social, financial conflicts, moments of loneliness, without consolation and relief, we feel alone, as in a desert. Arid, without water, with sandstorms, without shelter to protect ourselves, it is a desolate place. Discouragement arises, the desire to abandon oneself to nothingness. Not wanting to continue, you live in solitude. It seems that God has abandoned you or is very far from you. You are in the middle of a storm of wind and sand, and to survive you need to stay on your knees and cover your face. The desert is the place of transition towards the promised land, where milk and honey flow, and what sustains you is the desire to reach your destination. However, it is a painful but fruitful experience because it leads us to confront ourselves and to encounter the darkness that still lives within us. God allows the believer to live through difficult moments, comparable to walking through a desolate desert, to test him and to show him what is in his heart. In these difficult moments where there is no comfort or peace, the believer is led to reflect on his faith, on his conduct, and he realizes that he cannot do it alone. He needs God's provisions. In the midst of so much loneliness and precariousness, the need arises to have a deeper intimacy with God, to learn to trust in Him, to be aware of our total dependence on God, to trust in His provisions because God led His people to the desert and sustained them. They did not lack food. They did not lack water. He gave them protection from the heat and warmed them from the cold of the night. To reach the promised land, heaven, you have to cross the desert. Remember all the way that the Lord your God led you these 40 years in the wilderness to humble you and test you, to know what was in your hearts. Deuteronomy 8:2. In the wilderness he fed you with manna that your fathers had not known, to humble you and test you and to do you good in the end. Deuteronomy 8:16. For I will make water flow on the thirsty land, streams on the dry land. I will pour out my spirit on your descendants, my blessing on your posterity. Isaiah 44:3. O God, you are my God, I seek you in the morning. My soul thirsts for you, my flesh longs for you in a dry and parched land without water. Psalm 63:1. Your experience. You do not like to go through a time of trial. No one likes to suffer loneliness. But the trial produces perseverance in you, strength of character, hope. You have to be clear about this. The enemy gives you temptations to make you fall. God gives you the test to promote you and move up a level in spiritual life. You have to take advantage of those days in the solitude of the desert to realize how you are with the Lord, what things you should change and in what area you should improve. You will see that you will come out blessed.